Breaking news, fellow Americans. In a stunning turn of events that's shaking up Washington, President Donald Trump has just made a move that could put thousands of dollars directly into your pockets. But before we dive into these game-changing details about the new $2,000 stimulus checks and the extra $200 monthly boost for Social Security recipients, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on critical updates that could impact your financial future. What exactly did President Trump just sign, and how will it affect millions of Americans who've been struggling to make ends meet? Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know about these two massive financial relief measures that could bring much-needed support to families across the nation. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening right now in Washington. In an unprecedented move, President Trump has just signed two executive orders that have sent shockwaves through Congress. The first order authorizes a new round of $2,000 stimulus checks for eligible Americans, while the second introduces a monthly $200 supplement for Social Security and SSDI recipients. This comes at a crucial time when inflation continues to squeeze household budgets and many Americans are still recovering from the economic aftershocks of recent years. You might be wondering how this is different from previous stimulus packages. Well, this time the administration has taken a more direct approach. Instead of waiting for lengthy congressional negotiations, President Trump has utilized executive authority to expedite the delivery of these vital funds. But what does this mean for you and your family? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the $2,000 stimulus checks. Unlike previous payments, these new checks have been designed with broader eligibility criteria. Single filers earning up to $75,000 annually and joint filers making up to $150,000 will receive the full amount. The payments gradually phase out for higher income levels, ensuring that help reaches those who need it most. But here's what makes this round different. Families with dependents will receive additional support with no cap on the number of eligible dependents. The administration hopes that this added flexibility will help families handle rising costs like groceries, housing, and other essential expenses that seem to be climbing with each passing month. And if you thought that was all, think again. The new measures also include enhanced verification systems and streamlined processing procedures to ensure that funds reach the intended recipients quickly and securely. But that's not all. The second executive order, which has gotten less media attention but could be even more impactful for millions of Americans, introduces a monthly $200 supplement for all Social Security and SSDI recipients. This is huge news for our senior citizens and disabled Americans who've been disproportionately affected by rising costs. Why $200? And how long will this supplement last? The $200 monthly boost was calculated based on recent inflation data and the increased cost of living faced by Social Security recipients. This supplement is set to continue for the next 12 months, with the possibility of extension based on economic conditions. That means eligible recipients could receive an additional $2,400 over the next year on top of their regular benefits, a development that has sparked hope among those on fixed incomes who are trying to stretch every dollar, while also offering a morale boost during uncertain economic times. You might be asking yourself, how will this be funded? The administration has outlined a comprehensive funding strategy that involves reallocating unused funds from previous relief packages and implementing certain cost-saving measures across federal departments. It's also possible that any future surplus allocations could be redirected here, ensuring that the momentum of the relief effort is not lost. Moreover, additional measures, including targeted tax adjustments, may be considered to bolster these initiatives, further supporting the broader economic strategy. What's really interesting is how this could affect the broader economy. Economic experts are already weighing in on the potential impact of these measures. Many believe this injection of funds could stimulate local economies while providing crucial support to vulnerable populations. Some economists estimate that every dollar given in stimulus money generates approximately $160 in economic activity, a multiplier effect that could help sustain the recovery we've been seeing. This could mean that both Main Street businesses and everyday consumers will notice a ripple effect of added spending power, potentially bolstering jobs, retail sales, and community services, while also encouraging local investments and long-term economic stability. Here's what you really need to know about receiving these payments. The IRS will be using the same payment distribution system as previous stimulus rounds, meaning if you've received prior payments via direct deposit, you're already in the system. However, there are some important differences in the timing and verification process that you need to be aware of. For the $2,000 stimulus checks, the Treasury Department expects to begin processing payments within 2 weeks of the executive order. But here's the catch. You'll need to verify your eligibility through an updated portal on the IRS website. This extra step is designed to prevent fraud and ensure faster delivery to eligible recipients, which is vital given the sheer number of people who depend on these payments for everyday essentials like groceries, rent, and healthcare costs. Don't worry though, detailed guides and additional support services are expected to be provided to help you navigate these requirements smoothly. The $200 Social Security supplement will be automatically added to regular monthly payments, requiring no additional action for most recipients. However, if you recently moved or changed banks, you want to update your information with the Social Security Administration as soon as possible to avoid any delays. This is particularly important for those who rely on direct deposit, as outdated information could cause unnecessary holdups, and extra communication channels are being set up to assist with these updates. Now, let's address some common questions that many of you might have. What if you haven't filed taxes recently? Can you still qualify? The answer is yes. The administration has included provisions for non-filers similar to previous stimulus programs. They can use the non-filers tool on the IRS website to submit their information and receive their payments without the need for traditional tax documentation. Another big topic is mixed status families. This time there's good news. The new program includes expanded eligibility for households where some members have Social Security numbers while others don't. This represents a significant change from earlier stimulus packages and could benefit millions of additional families who found themselves excluded in the past, further highlighting the inclusive approach of these measures. But here's something crucial you need to know. There are important deadlines approaching. While the executive orders are effective immediately, there are specific timeframes for verification and registration that you won't want to miss. The IRS will be opening their verification portal within the next week, and early registration is recommended to ensure you're among the first to receive your payment. For Social Security recipients wondering about the $200 supplement, the first enhanced payments are scheduled to begin with next month's regular benefits. However, the Social Security Administration is implementing a staggered rollout based on beneficiary birth dates to manage the massive distribution effectively. This might mean that some recipients will see the extra funds before others, but the administration has pledged to complete the rollout as efficiently as possible, using improved logistic frameworks that build on lessons learned from previous distributions. Let's talk about protection against fraud, because this is important. The Treasury Department has implemented enhanced security measures to prevent stimulus check fraud. This includes a new verification system that will help ensure payments reach their intended recipients. But what does this mean for you? You'll need to be extra vigilant about potential scams. And remember that neither the IRS nor the Social Security Administration will ever call, text, or email you asking for personal information. In fact, any unsolicited phone call or online message asking you to verify details is likely a red flag, and additional public awareness campaigns are being launched to educate citizens on how to detect and report fraud attempts. Here's something else you should know. These new measures include provisions for back payments. If there are any delays in the initial rollout, recipients will receive retroactive payments to cover any missed months. This applies to both the stimulus checks and the Social Security supplement, ensuring that eligible Americans receive their full entitled amounts. This back pay could be especially helpful to those who might experience minor bureaucratic holdups in the first wave of payments, while also providing reassurance that no eligible recipient will be left behind. The impact of these executive orders extends beyond individual recipients, Small businesses are expected to benefit from increased consumer spending, while local economies could see a significant boost with extra cash on hand. Many individuals might be more comfortable dining out, shopping locally, or investing in much-needed home repairs or car maintenance, all of which funnel back into the local marketplace and create a cycle of economic upliftment that could have long-term benefits for communities. But what does this mean for inflation and the national debt? Economic analysts suggest that the targeted nature of these payments, combined with the funding strategy, should minimize inflationary pressures while providing necessary relief to those who need it most. Because the administration has chosen to reallocate funds from previous relief packages and focus on a specific demographic, the broader impact on debt may be more contained than some of the earlier, more expansive packages, though ongoing monitoring will be essential to balance relief with fiscal responsibility. Looking ahead, what can we expect in terms of additional support? While these executive orders provide immediate relief, the administration has indicated that further measures may be considered based on economic conditions and recovery progress. This could include additional rounds of stimulus payments or extensions of the Social Security supplement beyond the initial 12-month period, and future initiatives may also explore new areas of financial assistance to address evolving challenges in the economy. Observers in Washington note that if unemployment rates climb again, or if certain industries remain sluggish, the pressure for more aid could mount quickly for those concerned about tax implications and overall economic stability. Here's some good news. Like previous stimulus payments, these $2,000 checks will not be counted as taxable income. The same applies to the $200 Social Security supplement. It won't affect your tax liability or impact other benefits you may receive. This means you'll get to keep the full amount of these payments to use as needed, which is a significant relief for those worried about next year's tax season. And financial advisors are already recommending that recipients consult with professionals to optimize their budget planning. However, it's always wise to keep your records and consult with a tax professional for any unique personal considerations. Here's a word of caution though. While these payments are secure, you want to keep detailed records of any funds received. This will be important for future tax filings and could be necessary if there are any questions about payment amounts or eligibility. It's recommended to keep all correspondence from the IRS and Social Security Administration regarding these payments, whether that correspondence arrives by mail or secure online portals, as proper documentation can safeguard against potential errors. What steps should you take right now? First, ensure your information is up to date with both the IRS and Social Security Administration. This includes your current address, bank account details, and any changes in dependent status. Second, watch for official communications about the verification portal launch, but remember to access it only through the official IRS website to avoid scams, as cybersecurity teams are actively monitoring fraudulent sites and advising caution. In addition, you can sign up for email notifications or text alerts from legitimate government platforms to keep track of important deadlines, while community outreach programs are providing extra guidance for those who might need hands-on help with the process. For those who need additional assistance or have specific questions about their situation, both the IRS and Social Security Administration are expanding their customer service capabilities to handle increased inquiries. However, expect longer than usual wait times as millions of Americans seek information about these new benefits. So patience and proactive follow-up will be key when trying to get live help. As we wrap up this important update, remember that these measures are designed to provide crucial support during challenging times. The combination of the $2,000 stimulus checks and the $200 monthly Social Security supplement represents one of the most significant direct aid packages in recent history, crafted to ease financial burdens and promote economic recovery. But to ensure you receive your payments as quickly as possible, staying informed and taking prompt action when required will be key. Don't forget to like this video and share it with friends and family who might benefit from this information. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and ring the notification bell to stay updated on any new developments regarding these payments and other important financial news that could affect you and your loved ones. Have questions about these new measures? Drop them in the comments below, and we'll do our best to provide answers in future videos. as your feedback is essential in guiding our coverage of these historic relief measures. Remember, we're all in this together, and staying informed is the best way to ensure you receive the benefits you're entitled to while securing a more stable financial future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video with more updates on these developing stories, including any shifts in Congress, further executive actions, and potential expansions of relief that could shape the financial landscape for millions of Americans in the months to come.